Alright, what's up guys? This is Dalton Cox. This is my major project for Dr. Longing's class, Instructional Technology, class 5043. My assigned topic was PE and technology, so how to implement technology in the PE field or in a physical education class. It is June 17th, 2016. I wanted to start with just a little introduction about myself. I graduated from University of Arkansas at Monticello this past May with my bachelor's in health and physical education. I recently got hired at the DeWitt School District as the middle school science teacher and assistant boys basketball coach. Alright, a introduction into the topic that I was assigned. When we think of PE class, the generation you're from tends to have an impact on the image you imagine. Like in the olden days, PE was strictly hardcore and it was based on the kid's ability to be physically fit. So it was stationed around a heavy dosage of push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, various obstacle courses, um, because it was meant to, fun wasn't in the criteria. It was just meant to get the kids as physically fit as possible. My memories of physical education consist of dodgeball and kickball. On a fun day, it was we were going to play dodgeball. On a boring day, it was we were going to play kickball. There really wasn't much to criteria, and Common Core wasn't implemented, and any of that. Today's generation is a little different. The majority of PE classes have an actual agenda and criteria to follow. Um, Different Common Core based age appropriate activities for the kids to do each day. And PE teachers strive to make the activities as enjoyable as possible. That's where technology comes into play. Uh, the teachers are really doing a great job of implementing new technology every day to get the kids excited and to allow them to have fun being physically fit, and that's what physical education classes now are implemented around. Alright, I also wanted to elaborate a little bit on Common Core because, like I said, I'm a new teacher to the field, so really I myself didn't understand what Common Core was. I've heard about it and I've heard that it, can be difficult at times, but the Common Core State Standards Initiative is an educational initiative in the United States that describes what students should know in all content areas by the end of each grade. 43 states are now using the Common Core standard system. It was developed by state leaders, commissioners of education, and governors from 48 states. Each student should be able to meet the Common Core standards for that state based on their grade level. And Common Core state standards are levels of academic achievement designated by certain states. Alright, and how to implement Common Core in the PE class field. Applying Common Core into physical education programs ensures that all students have a well-integrated education. Just some ways that Common Core standards can be implemented into physical education are providing verbal cues and instruction, introducing new vocabulary words, practicing counting using multiples when keeping score, spelling out words related to physical education. I know that when I was doing my student teaching for UAM, one of the schools that I went into, I was observing a physical education class, and they set up an obstacle course, which we'll talk about later on. It might be the next slide, but they set up an obstacle course, and the kids actually had to read and do their multiplication times tables in order to complete the obstacle course. Alright, what type of PE activities can be used to integrate Common Core standards? Station activities include written cards at a station. Each station card provides written instructions which promote critical thinking and comprehension practice. Setting and assessing goals. Allow students to write down a goal before each lesson. After the activity is done, have the students go back and complete a post-assessment over what they could have done better. Health and fitness journals. Students can keep track of their health and fitness goals for the whole year. Creativity and presentation. Have students come up with a new game. Students must write down the rules of the new game and a demonstration must be performed. I found this information from peteacheredu.org. It really did a good job of elaborating on how Common Core can be implemented in the physical education system. And here's a perfect example of how Common Core, or another example of how Common Core can be implemented in the PE classroom. This is a word puzzle. You've got to get 4 in a row, either vertical or horizontal, and this is just the type of the things. This includes math and reading. Just some of the steps that the kids would have to perform before winning would be jump rope for 100 jumps, walk the perimeter of the facility that you're in 1 time, plank for 60 seconds, do 10 push-ups. It's just exercises. Play catch for a total of 50 catches. So as they're doing these, they have to keep count and read what they have to do. And then here is the core of my assignment, Technology for PE. This is just pictures of some of the technological tools that we're going to talk about today, and some of the coolest ones that I found. How technology is changing PE. PE teachers are constantly evolving around the nation to incorporate types of technology that will allow the kids to be active. This is a quote from eSchoolNews.com. Last year, many West Virginia schools bought Dance Dance Revolution, which we'll talk about in a second. That's one of the technology tools that we're going to talk about. Games to encourage activity among children who have proven reluctant or unwilling to participate in ordinary team sports. So this West Virginia school brought in Dance Dance Revolution. For one, West Virginia has one of the highest obesity rates in the country, so they needed to find new ways to implement physical education in a fun way for the kids. And another quote, kids who would not otherwise play sports or get off the sidelines in the gym class are finding Dance Dance Revolution to be fun, appealing option that gets them burning calories without feeling like they're exercising. Alright, heart rate monitors is one of the first that we're going to talk about. Wristwatches that allow the student and teacher a means of keeping track of students' heart rate. Over 10,000 schools use these. By using this device, teachers will know if the student is exercising out of their fitness zone. Hold student accountable for their fitness, which is a major thing. Alright, Wii Fit. It's a form of extra gaming. Players stand on a platform and receive instructions on how to do stretches and exercises. I've personally played Wii Fit, and it is pretty intense. You do a lot of exercise without even realizing that you're doing it. You can play baseball, boxing, tennis, any type of game, and you're really getting a good workout. So this would be good to implement in the physical education system. Dance Dance Revolution is what we discussed a while ago. I don't think a lot of people realize how many calories you're burning when you dance. I personally love to dance, and I sweat every time that I do it, but it's a type of game in which you must mimic the dance moves that are performed on the screen. So a person on the screen will be dancing, and you have to do the dance moves. MyFitnessPal is an app that I use also. It's an app for your smartphone, allows you to track the calories of day-to-day exercise, and this could be implemented into a PE classroom as weekly homework. Just have the kids keep track of their calorie intake and exercises that they do throughout the week. Coach's Eye is another smartphone app that I found. The cost is a little high; it's $5, but this would be a great tool for the instruction part of physical education. Allows the PE teacher or coach to capture an action of an athlete and do a voiceover along with screen annotations. You can save this video and send it to the athlete on their phone so that they can study what they're doing wrong, especially if they're trying to learn a new skill or a new game. And I found this information from ICTforeducators.com. This website broke down a bunch of this website focused on phone apps mostly. It described a lot of phone apps that you can download that would help the student and the teacher in a physical education class. This is another one that I found on ICT for Educators. It's called Slow Pro. It's a smartphone app. It's free, no charge, allows a PE instructor or coach to video an athlete in slow motion. This would actually be, if you didn't want to spend the $5 on Coach's Eye, this would actually be a better app. It does the same thing, allows you to video, like I said, in slow motion, and it would also be a great tool for the teacher and the athlete in PE class. You could record them, figure out what they're doing wrong, and then they could learn from their mistakes. And finally, my reflection: I've learned many new and interesting technological tools that I could implement into a physical education class. With today's era of physical education, students in PE class cannot be, or students' PE class cannot be as brutal as it once was. That's what we talked about at the beginning of this. A lot of military, it was a military style PE back in the day. Physical education needs to be fun for the kids, and implementing technology can accomplish that goal. A lot of the tools that I talked about today would be very helpful for the student as well as the teacher. My two favorites that I discussed were Wii Fit and MyFitnessPal. Wii Fit is fun and enjoyable to do. Like I said, I've personally played many of the games on the Wii. Boxing, tennis, bowling, baseball, and you really get a fun and enjoyable workout without realizing it. I think that's the main goal. You have to make it fun for the kids. And then MyFitnessPal is an app that I personally use every day. It keeps track of your calories because the name of the game is physically fit, and the obesity rate is out of control, and you want to teach the kids how to track their calories, and it could be implemented as a homework assignment, like I said, in my PE class. Thank you guys for watching it. I appreciate it. This has been a interesting class for me, and everybody have a good day.